The Akasha and Universal Memory, Rupert Sheldrake, Thoth and the Morphic Fields of Knowledge. Imagine an immense cosmic library, not made of books and shelves, but of vibrating ether, where every thought ever thought, every word ever spoken, every event ever happened, and every emotion ever felt is indelibly recorded. An infinite memory, accessible to anyone who knows how to tune into its frequencies, a vast matrix of information connecting every instant of time, from the most distant past to the most distant future. Have you ever wondered if the brilliant ideas that come to you aren't just the product of your own ingenuity, but echoes of a universal knowledge? What if feelings of déjà vu or inexplicable insights were flashes from a collective archive? This isn't science fiction, but the concept of the Akashic Records, a universal memory that ancestral wisdom has always described, and that cutting-edge science is now exploring. Our common perception leads us to believe that knowledge is confined within our brains, the product of individual experiences and learning. But what if the mind were more of a tuner than a generator? What if we were constantly immersed in an invisible field of information, capable of influencing not only our behavior, but even the evolution of the species and the structure of collective thought? Today, we will delve into the heart of this mystery, exploring the idea of universal memory through the teachings of Thoth and Rupert Sheldrake's revolutionary morphic field theories. This is a journey that challenges us to reconsider the very nature of knowledge and learning, opening the door to an awakening that recognizes our profound interconnectedness with every being and every event. Thoth, the Lord of Scripture, wisdom, and time, was for the ancient Egyptians the guardian and recorder of all knowledge, of every cosmic and human event. He was the one who recorded the Akashic Records, a divine archive where nothing is lost. His figure is intrinsically linked to the idea that information does not vanish, but is imprinted on the fabric of existence, becoming accessible to those who reach a certain state of consciousness. For Thoth, knowledge was not something to be passively acquired, but a field to be actively drawn from, deciphering hieroglyphics not only in stone, but in the ether itself. He taught us that the universe is an immense open book, and that true mastery lies in knowing how to read its invisible pages, understanding its role in connecting the past, present, and future through this informational web. This is our path to awakening, reactivating our innate ability to access this universal memory, becoming conscious custodians of the knowledge of the cosmos. This video is about to reveal the secrets of a universal connection that could forever change the way you think about knowledge and memory. Prepare to see your brain not as a simple computer, but as an antenna tuned to infinite frequencies. Turn on the hype, explorers of the invisible. If you're ready to transcend the limits of individual memory, to understand how the past informs the present and future, and to feel the resonance of ancestral knowledge, then you're in the right place at the right time. Don't miss a single moment of this profound revelation. Subscribe now to join our community of awakened ones and never miss a single fragment of wisdom that will reconnect you to the entire fabric of cosmic knowledge. The concept of the Akashic Record is one of the most fascinating and pervasive ideas present in esoteric and spiritual traditions worldwide, from east to west. The word Akasha comes from Sanskrit and refers to the ether, the primordial space or subtle substance from which everything emanates. This record is not a physical place, a sort of vast celestial library with dusty tomes, but rather an energetic or informational field that permeates the entire universe. It is a dynamic record of every thought, word, emotion, and action that has ever occurred on all planes of existence throughout all time. For Helena Blavatsky, one of the founding figures of Theosophy, Akasha was the underlying cosmic substance, the medium through which past impressions are preserved and from which the future can be intuited. She believed these records were accessible to individuals with a sufficiently developed consciousness, capable of attuning to its subtle vibrations. This vision challenges us to consider memory not as a purely neuronal phenomenon, but as an interaction with a larger and omnipresent field, suggesting that we are all intrinsically connected to a source of knowledge that goes far beyond the personal. This ancient understanding finds a striking and contemporary echo in the revolutionary theories of British biologist and philosopher Rupert Sheldrake, particularly his concept of morphic fields and morphic resonance. Sheldrake proposes that nature is not only governed by known physical and chemical laws, but is also influenced by invisible immaterial fields that organize the form and behavior of living systems, from cells to organisms, from societies to ecosystems. These morphic fields, according to Sheldrake, act as a kind of collective memory for species, guiding development and evolution through a process of morphic resonance. This means that a form or behavior learned in one place can be instantly or almost instantly transmitted to similar individuals in other places without any known physical connection. It's as if a species' morphogenetic field learns from the experiences of each of its members, and this information is then accessible to all others. This idea of a non-genetic inheritance of habits and patterns provides a striking scientific parallel to the idea of an Akashic record, suggesting that knowledge and experience are not confined to the individual, but are part of a larger, shared informational network. Rudolf Steiner, the founder of anthroposophy, extensively explored the concept of the Akashic Records, defining it as a subtle register imprinted with the imprints of every past event. For Steiner, access to these Akashic records was not a mystical ability reserved for a select few, but a faculty that every human being can develop through a path of spiritual discipline and development of consciousness. He described how, through specific practices of meditation and introspection, it was possible to raise one's awareness to a point where the barriers of time and space dissolve, allowing one to directly perceive the etheric records of events. This access is not a mere passive memory, but a true experience of revisiting and immersion in the flow of information. Its emphasis on the importance of purifying thoughts and intentions to access these higher truths resonates deeply with the teachings of Thoth. Both emphasize how morality and ethical clarity are fundamental prerequisites for an authentic and undistorted understanding of higher reality, and for an awakening that is not only intellectual but also ethical and spiritual. Thoth, the divine priest king of Atlantis and later revered in Egypt, represents the perfect archetype of the keeper of this universal memory. He is often depicted with a tablet and stylus, intent on recording cosmic events and divine wisdom. He was not merely a scribe, but the very principle of how information is encoded, preserved, and transmitted through the cycles of time. His teachings, especially those of the Emerald Tablets, speak to us of an intrinsic unity of all things, where the past, present, and future are not separate entities, but interconnected aspects of a single dynamic reality. Thoth was the master who knew how to connect the morphic fields of human and cosmic experience, demonstrating how past thought forms and actions influence and inform the present, and how present intentions shape the future. His role was to bring light to this informational network, allowing humanity to learn from its collective experiences and evolve consciously. His awakening consisted of activating this ability to connect with universal knowledge, recognizing our nature as multidimensional beings immersed in an infinite field of consciousness. The esoteric concepts of a universal archive are based on the idea that the universe itself is a living, intelligent entity endowed with memory. Every atom, every star, every galaxy is not an isolated entity, but part of a gigantic cosmic organism that remembers everything that has ever been. This cosmic memory is not static. It is a vibrant field of consciousness that evolves and enriches itself with every new experience. Access to this archive is not a privilege of the few, but an innate, though often dormant, capacity in every human being. It is through deep meditation, contemplation, lucid dreaming, and intense inner purification that we can tune into these subtle frequencies and tap into knowledge that goes far beyond books and universities. It's like learning to read the source code of reality. Thoth, in this context, emerges as our archetypal guide, the master who teaches us not only the theory, but also the practice of accessing this infinite wisdom. His awakening invites us to expand our identity beyond the confines of the physical body and the rational mind, to recognize our true nature as beings of light and information, part of an all-inclusive and all-remembering cosmic consciousness, from which we can draw for our personal and collective evolution. To further illuminate this vast concept and make it tangible not only to the rational mind, but above all to the heart, allow me to share with you an ancient fable, a timeless tale that encapsulates the age-old wisdom of Thoth in an evocative and accessible form, an allegory that resonates deeply with newly explored truths about the Akashic and the morphic fields of knowledge. In the remote lands of an ancient kingdom, where mountains whispered tales of forgotten ages and deserts hid secrets beneath golden sands, lived a young scribe named Lysander. He was not like the other students of the temple, who toiled memorizing texts and transcribing edicts. Lysander had a restlessness in his heart, an insatiable thirst for deeper knowledge, one that he felt resided beyond dusty parchments. He often retreated to solitary places, gazing at the night sky or meditating beside ancient ruins, trying to perceive something beyond the visible. It was said that he was guided in dreams by a winged entity who showed him images of past and future events, as if leafing through an infinite book in the sky, a clear reference to the annals of Thoth. One day, a grave crisis struck the kingdom. The ancient laws and traditions that had governed society for generations began to lose meaning. The temple masters found no answers in their sacred scriptures, and the wise advisors were unable to give direction to the disoriented people. Knowledge seemed fragmented, and a fog of uncertainty shrouded every decision. The king, even with his vast library, felt lost, unable to draw on the wisdom that could restore order and clarity. It was then that Lysander, the young visionary scribe, driven by an inner strength that showed him an unexplored path, appeared before the throne, his eyes shining with a light of profound understanding, as if he had drawn from a far greater source of knowledge. "Your Majesty," Lysander said in a calm, resonant voice that captured the attention of everyone present, "the answers we seek are not lost, nor are they hidden in some secret text never found. They are imprinted in the very fabric of existence, in a universal memory that envelops all things. We must learn to tune into it." The temple masters considered him a mad visionary, but the king, desperate and driven by an unusual intuition, decided to listen to him. Lysander led the people not to libraries, but to an ancient natural amphitheater, surrounded by age-old rocks that seemed to have absorbed time itself. There, he asked everyone to close their eyes and empty their minds of all prejudices and limiting beliefs, inviting them to create a space of silence and reception. "Do not try to force knowledge," Lysander admonished in his deep, melodious voice, "but open yourself to receiving it. Imagine yourself as part of a vast network of information, a cosmic web in which every experience is a thread, every life a pearl. Feel the resonance of the past, the potential of the future vibrating in the present." As the people meditated, Lysander began to trace in the air, with a slow, hypnotic movement of his hand, luminous symbols that seemed to belong to no known script, yet resonated with ancient wisdom. They were hieroglyphics of light, seemingly drawn directly from the memory of place and time, connecting every present with the past and future. Suddenly, the minds of those present were flooded with insights and understandings. They were not new information learned, but ancient knowledge awakening within them. The masters found new interpretations for the sacred texts. The advisors saw innovative solutions to the kingdom's problems, and the people regained a clear direction as if a veil had been lifted. The fog of uncertainty lifted, replaced by a luminous clarity. The kingdom was guided out of the crisis not by new edicts, but by the awakening of their ability to tap into universal memory, a process mediated by Lysander's wisdom. He understood that all knowledge is ever present and accessible, just as Thoth's ancient teachings on the Akashic Records had revealed, connecting the past, present, and future into a single eternal now. We have reached the end of this extraordinary and profoundly illuminating journey into the heart of the Akashic Records and universal memory, exploring the morphic fields of knowledge. I sincerely thank each of you for opening your minds and spirits to this revolutionary perspective, embracing the possibility that knowledge is not just what you learn, but an infinite field you can draw upon. Remember, dearest explorers, you are not just isolated individuals. You are part of a vast network of consciousness, a living archive that remembers and knows everything. Your ability to attune to this cosmic intelligence is the master key to a true awakening, a profound expansion of your awareness. If this video has inspired you, if it has awakened your curiosity to explore your deepest memories and draw on ancestral knowledge, if it has pushed you to see the connection in everything, I sincerely ask you to leave us a like that resonates with your gratitude and share it with anyone you believe could benefit from this ancient yet so urgent and modern wisdom. And if you haven't already, if you feel a deep connection with the idea of universal memory and a desire to expand your understanding, I invite you with sincere gratitude to subscribe to the channel now. Become part of our ever-growing community, a family of awakened souls who, day after day, seek to unravel the mysteries of existence and rediscover our true nature, intrinsically connected to the entire cosmos. Your active participation and support are the lifeblood that nourishes this space of knowledge, growth, and authentic sharing, allowing us to spread these essential messages. Before we say goodbye and conclude this profound session, I ask you for a small gesture that can make a big difference. Leave a comment below with the keywords Akashic Memory or Morphic Fields to let us know what resonated most with you, what insights you will carry into your daily life, and what doors of knowledge have opened in your inner world. I wish you an enlightened and conscious journey, a path that connects you to the knowledge of all time, filled with extraordinary discoveries and a profound and regenerating connection with the infinite archive of life. See you soon, explorers of the soul, and may your mind always be an open channel to universal intelligence.